Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Safe Haven.
I'm a friend of Lito, and I'm really I've been wanting to look at your
Yeah.
facilities and learn more about this place that you have.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Sige,
Ano ba-
isuroy ko.
Sige. Ito. Ito yung ano namin, welcome area.
Aha.
The safety.
Ako, I really love interacting with people kasi it is through other people's experience and life journey that we are empowered, and then we learn how to help each other.
Correct.
So, let me ask you first, Eman, how come napunta ka dito sa Safe Haven Recovery Village?
That was almost like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. Kasi I heard that Safe Haven is a loving facility. I've been to different rehabs, but hindi loving eh. So when I heard about it, na Christ-centered and lead by my friend Pastor Bong. So
Pastor Bong is
the president and CEO of Safe Haven, and his complete name is Ronnie De Los Santos.
Okay.
So I followed them here, and until this very moment, I'm still here because I love what we are doing, helping the lost souls.
Yeah, but before diri na nagtulong ka, no, gatabang ka sa ila, unsa gi imong career?
Yeah, I'm a graduate of management graduate. I used to work for different BPO companies, but God led me here because I was once broken as well.
Oh.
But right now, I'm really happy helping other people restore their lives back.
Wow. When you say broken, is it like also addiction to something?
Addiction to everything. People having depression or having behavioral issues that they are not aware about or aware of. So dito ko rin natagpuan yung sarili ko and my mission in life. And I'm so thankful with Pastor Bong and with my fellow Safe Haven advocates, and also Lito Grohet, my friend from Bay Foundation.
Sino yun?
Yung artista, yung...
Hindi, actually we have the common friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, definitely Lito's story was also one that is worth remembering, and talagang people would get
Correct.
inspired sa pinagdaanan niya, no?
Yeah.
So, kining facilities, ano yung objective niya? Like rescuing, and then pag they're back on their feet, what normally happens? Ano yung process?
Okay, it's not only about helping them to recover, but giving them a new way of life to help them become more responsible and effective members of the society. So dito, after treatment, if they're really okay na, we help them find a job or back to school para mas quality yung life nila. Unlike before na walang quality, walang pagtunguhan.
Like how many weeks, or it depends on individual, yung recovery?
Mostly it's between 3 to 6 months. Depende sa assessment ng mga doctors natin. Department of Health, the doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, OT, social workers, and recovery coaches. It's holistic eh. Dapat magtutulungan yung mga professionals to come up with a very great solution.
So, Coach Eman,
Yes.
parang masyadong passionate yung pagtutulong mo talaga dito sa recovery center na to. Why? Bakit ganun ka parang driven? May hugot ba yan?
May hugot. Why I really love Safe Haven because I used to suffer from addiction as well. Since 18 years old,
Wow.
yeah, since 1998, I've been rehab 6 times, but the 7th time I already volunteered. So most likely parang 7th time ako napasok sa rehab.
When you say volunteer the first 6 times, sabihin parang gipugos lang ka, you
Pugos.
were forced to really so are you saying na mas maganda kung halimbawa ready na yung mind ng isang addict, if you don't mind me calling,
Yeah, it's
addict?
okay.
Yeah, so and then pagka prepared na yung puso nila, and is it mas mabilis ang process for healing?
No, most of us are in denial naman eh. Hindi na, di ba? I was rescued, but the last time I was rescued and brought to a Christ Center facility, that's where it all started. Because I realized that I still have value in life. But, di ba? Before I didn't notice that I still have value because the way I was treated with these barbaric rehabs. But the last rehab that I was brought to...
When you say barbaric, they really parang you don't belong anymore. You're like basura?
Yes, like that. Not
Oh,
only me,
kala
but
ko sa pelikula lang
no,
yun.
been there many times.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So, I was brought to this certain rehab. Pero may punishment pa rin sila, pero Christ Center din sila. And they're giving this 12 steps program. And eventually, I knew about Pastor Bong. So I went here, I volunteered here. And that's where it already started na, this is it. This is the place that I wanted to give my life. But
And this was when? 19...
this was, no, I started here,
Mm.
2017.
Ah.
2017. Yeah, but I started to change 2015.
Mm.
Okay, but my first rehab was in Bikutan,
Ah.
1998.
Taga Manila yun ka.
Taga Cebu,
Ah,
but I
okay.
had friends, connections with Manila.
Mm. So naglaag-laag ag Manila, then that's where you will introduce to this substance.
No, here in Cebu.
Ah, okay.
I was 18 years old. Then after a few months, I was brought to Manila
Wow.
with my family.
So how was it? I cannot comprehend, and thank God, you know, and I'm still praying that, you know, my children will be steadfast on really me, siguro kahit papano sa single parent. Kasi I lost my husband, right? So, I'm a widow. So, it's really hard na tipong, di ba, teenagers, there might be parang yung mind nila, syempre, oh, siguro mas sikat, let's try that, you know, parang, how do you call that? Parang peer pressure, yung mga ganun,
Yeah.
diba? So, it's really my prayers na talagang hindi ko ma-experience again, or for the individual, my children to experience that. But, however, kung minsan, yung struggle na yun din yung nakapagtitibay sa tao, diba? And then, you know, they're able to have that mission pala. There's a higher purpose pala for that. But going back to your story.
Yeah, because I've realized that you cannot help the broken unless if you're able to experience brokenness sa life mo. So now, looking back, God lead me. God lead me to this purpose. And ako, hindi naman ako mayaman eh. I don't have everything in life, but I'm very blessed because I have peace of mind, I have serenity, and I have a family now.
Which is priceless. You cannot buy.
That's why lahat naman tayo will just pass by in this world.
Exactly.
But when I go back there, I can say, Lord, I fulfilled my mission by helping your people.
Nice.
Growing up, I was really doing good in school. I was a varsity player sa basketball
Oh, and then paano nag-turn around
because
na
of
naging ganun?
barkada.
Ah, okay,
So,
see?
Barkada, then wrong influence of friends, ganon. So, I was really a people pleaser back then. Oo, di ba?
Oh,
But,
you wanted to belong. Parang ganun.
yeah, belong, then parang ayaw ko mag-say ng no eh. But that
Ah.
lead me to, a miserable life ba.
Wow.
So,
Didn't you feel na parang mali to? Parang I shouldn't be in this group or crowd. Wala?
no,
Walang
because,
ganun?
because we were friends back when we were in high school ba. Sila din, natuto sila mag-guys from college, then they introduced it to me. Okay. So, hindi ko naman in-expect na once I gonna take drugs, magiging addict ako. No, I didn't. But naging addict.
Pero sila, ganun din ba yung ano nila? Yung nalulong talaga sila? Or they could like parang ano lang? Di ba yung iba kasi
Hindi.
they know how to do
No, no,
it?
no.
Like, yes, like parang pag naglalasing ko, minsan, oh siya, nalasing na. Pareho lang naman kami ng number of drinks. So
What happened to them?
ano yun?
They were able to.
Ba't ganun?
Kasi depende sa tao eh.
Aha.
O depende
What
talaga.
do you mean?
Yung addiction kasi, it really depends on the person ba. Yung sa, as what I've learned sa mga training, sa mga eskwelahan ko, na it really depends on the person, sa system mo. Because some people, when they drink, they take drugs, wala lang, they can move on ba and forget about it. But me, kasi siguro din sa genes ko dati, yung papa ko alcoholic, o nasa genes na namin yung mga
Oh.
dependent sa substance. But sa akin lang, sa family ko, ako lang. Yung papa ko, alcohol, but sa drugs, ako lang. So, I was really dependent on it. So, yun ang nangyari. Yun ang explanation why some people need rehab, some people don't because they can just walk away from it.
Okay.
But kami na sa rehab, hindi. We're just so weak.
So, the realization that I need to change na talaga was because ilang taon ka nun?
When I started,
Yeah, no. When you had a reform.
that was like almost 2015.
You were how old?
Ilang taon ako ngayon? 36 years old, and now I'm 44 years old.
Grabe, ang tagal din ng process before, parang bugbog, bugbog ka na sa...
Correct.
Yeah, and then did your health, kumaga, falter or nagkaroon din ng damage na health mo?
I think yung ano ko, utak siguro, because may mga
What are you
hallucinations.
taking ba?
Shabu.
Ah,
And then, ano din, alcohol, then I was into gambling din, addiction. Kasi, ano yan eh, combination yan eh. Yeah. It took some time, but I'm just so happy that right now, almost 8 years na ako nag-recover. So there is always hope. If ikaw mismo nagsasuffer sa addiction, huwag kang mawala ng pag-asa. And to those families na may mga loved ones na suffer sa addiction, help them. So please contact By Foundation, Lito Grued. You can always search that on Facebook. And if ever, you can always go to Safe Haven Recovery Village. May page din kami sa Facebook eh. Just either By Foundation or Safe Haven. And if you're staying here in Cebu or residing here in Cebu, you can always visit us. Always visit us. 24/7.
since we wanna impart, really a lesson, okay? Ano yung pwede mong, take away sa ating viewers?
Ano lang, to those who are judgmental, yung mga marites, stop na. Kasi wala naman kayo matutulang dyan eh. At the same time, you're not perfect as well. Maybe you're not taking drugs, gum, or you're not doing some alcohol or drinking alcohol. But you have character defects that you have to change. So it's not doing good to judge people. Why not help them and help them to become better?
Parang sa Bible yan eh. Let the one who doesn't have any sin cast the first stone. Parang
Correct.
yun, diba?
Correct.
Good.
If
Nicely
you
said.
don't have any sin, then you can judge. Pero kung
Yeah.
may kasalanan ka, why don't you reflect
Yeah.
that?
Instead, let's make the world or our country or even our community a better, version of what it should be. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So, any more?
I don't know, thank you for the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciating it.
Likewise. Buntag sa inyong tanan from By Foundation and Safe Haven Recovery Village. It is indeed a blessing to be with Pastor Ron or Ronnie. Sabi ko nga, ito kayo kita kasi Jeron to Ron. So may buntag. So, unsa man imong story? You were saying you would rather not be called pastor. Kaya na di ay.
Yeah. Actually, it's like a joke. I've been a drug addict. I'm a recovering drug dependent. And I always tell them my mom died without her seeing me change. And so everything that I've been doing, I'm doing this in honor. In honor of her.
Anong nangyari sa life?
Oh, it's a long story.
Pero I was like, sabi ko, bakit pastor? Did your parents in some way wanted you to become a priest?
Yeah, my mom and me had a dream before because I'm the eldest of 6, and just like in the Filipino family, we'd like to offer the first to the Lord. And so she sent me to a religious school. I was raised by Marist and Dominicans, and been a member of the Knights of the Altar. So I've been serving in the church. Just that, siguro, things has to happen.
Or you have another calling.
God has a different purpose. Before, it's difficult for me to see that, but then they have said na hindsight is always 20/20. Now I'm able to connect the dots.
I wanted to share to you also, Pastor Rona. Ako po, ano ako mamadre kaysa Polinian order po go. I was raised up dun sa Dumaguete, St. Paul College, and I really could see the peace and yung bang talagang wow, sobrang simple lang nilang life, but, just prayer and serving for education. Sabi ko, gusto ko maging ganyan. And then suddenly, some life-changing my journey led me to another. And that I was able to impart in the YouTube that I did previously. So, to continue, nga nung wala ka nag-fulfill sa pag-ampo sa imong mama?
I started having relationship with substances when I was in high school. So while I'm serving, I had the other life, the duality, and then
Na hindi alam ni mama mo.
hindi alam sa kahibalo.
Oh.
And so we went to the seminary, but then we were caught bringing substances.
Parents, imong mama, gahila-hila na.
We were so disappointed, and that's why until today, I have forgiven myself from the guilt that I have had.
Yeah, you were saying that your mom didn't see that you have that kumbaga reform, hindi na niya naabutan.
My mom died without her seeing me change.
Yeah, you were in college when your mom passed away?
No, not yet pa.
So
From
ilang
college,
years ka na nanulong sa masamang
from college, I dropped out from San Agustin, and then I went home. May mga intervening variables pa din doon. But then, fast forward, I went home, my mom got sick man.
And
She had a
that,
thyroid.
her being sick, wala pa ka nakuha na, wala, dili
Yeah.
ko magpabuyag.
Wala. And so, she was brought to Manila. We stayed. Nobody would accompany her man. So, ako ra. So, I went with her sa Manila. We stayed sa Makati Med for 1 month.
That talaga, that state of parang she's depending on you at least for emotional, ano,
Yeah.
wala bago ka na parang,
Wala.
so
And then,
parang nag-harden yung heart mo pagka you're doing this substance abuse.
and she went home. I stayed in Manila. And then, fast forward again, I had I was employed at Westin Philippine Plaza. Now it's Sopiton. And my relationship with drugs and other things escalated back. Because I was involved not only with drugs, but even with human trafficking. I was young and very vulnerable. And I wanted to have fun. But then after 3 years of staying in Manila, my mom died in 1991. But all those years I was working, sometimes a lot of money, sometimes no money. But then even a single peso, I have not sent to the family. And I have 5 younger siblings. I was so selfish. I was just so focused on myself, on my fun, on pleasure. So when my mom died, I resigned. I went home. And then there, I started to see and filled with remorse and guilt. And I begged for forgiveness, but she could not hear me. Yung neighbor namin, nandito sa Cebu. Nag-aaral siya dito. And he became a Christian. And he told me, it seemed you don't have a very concrete plan for your life. Why not go with me to Cebu? So that was 1991. I went with him here in Cebu, and he introduced me to a Christian community. And that Christian community became a family. Because when I arrived, I had my father, mother, brother, and sister. I was alone. And when I was introduced to the community loved me, accepted me, supported me, trusted me. They opened opportunities for me. Like I enrolled in a Bible school. But of course not easy because I have to support myself. So I worked as a construction worker for 3.5 years. Like from 7 to 3, mix cement. And to think, I worked at Westin. I was the busboy, bartender. And so it's like, and then suddenly, but then I grew up having this belief in penance. I recognize ako kay I was not a good son, so I have to sacrifice. And then from o'clock to 10, I have to attend a class. So after 4 years, I finished my Bachelor of Theology, and I went home to be reintegrated to my family, with the hope also that I can win my younger siblings. But then, of course, it was not easy for them to trust me. So when I had this training, I looked back to the community that afforded me an opportunity to grow and become. And so they just loved me. They just accepted me and supported me and trusted me. But at the same time, they facilitated self-discovery and self-awareness. And I have realized what I was created for, my major definite purpose, like why I exist. And so that helped me recover. I started to dream. When they would see us, they'd have hope that life can be better because we got better. And so our task is just to walk along with them. And so that started. That was the beginning, 2016. In 2017, we started with one client, two clients, and then
And look how you've really helped more, like today, how many are in this program or in the village?
Yeah, right now in the village, maybe 86.
86,
Yeah,
wow.
and
Yeah.
we have also a halfway house because
Other
our,
than this?
yeah,
Okay.
because our program is 6 months intensive residential
Dito
program.
yun, first
Dito yun.
phase.
And then after here, if they don't have a very strong family support, we would encourage them to go to the halfway.
Okay.
Because our goal is lifelong recovery. I started it with the belief that the greatest evil in this world is ignorance. Even the Bible says na my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. Even if I was working as a construction worker, I finished my theology magna cum laude. And then I went to Mindanao. I studied at the University of Southern Mindanao. I took up education, major in guidance and counseling. I graduated also, the most outstanding student of the year. So any addict, no matter how deep, always have hope na life can be better for you. You can break through and even achieve things na you might not even dream before. And my dad had the opportunity to walk with me sa stage and put that medal. Because when I was there, I was also the president of the student government. I became the president of the student government and a member of the board of regents. And so he saw his son on the stage. And so, and I want other parents to also experience that.
So, Pastor Ron, how can we encourage people who would want to help support Safe Haven Recovery Village and yung advocacy natin na mapabago yung buhay ng mga naliligaw ang landas. But with the limited resources, syempre we could only do so much. So how can they be in touch with you?
First is, actually you may want to visit our Facebook page, our website. You would see lives that have been transformed. Hopefully that would encourage you. But if you'd like to participate in what we're doing, you connect with Battle Against Ignorance Foundation. You try to communicate with Brother Lito Bruet. He is the executive director of the foundation.
So that's the acronym of BAI.
Yeah,
I see.
Battle Against Ignorance Foundation. But then it's very close to the heart of a Cebuano because it's BAI.
Yeah.
Punong Tabay, Biya Tabay,
BAI is friend, by the way.
Pinabangay Tabay. So if you'd like to be a BAI, our BAI to work with us, journey with us, and helping provide hope to the wounded, broken, hurting, and lonely, you can connect with BAI Foundation. And BAI Foundation will tell you what to do. We would like to provide equal access to every citizen, every Filipino, every individual that is suffering from drug use and abuse, because addiction treatment is not cheap. It's kind of expensive. But then we feel for those who doesn't have the resources to finance their treatment program. For those that are struggling with drug use and abuse, and you're out, if you'd volunteer, just knock at the door. Because we were like you before, we didn't have a family, and just glad that there was this community who believed in us, who accepted us and supported us. And here we are. Now it's our turn to help others. We call that Step 12 in our program. Now that we have experienced spiritual awakening, it's our moment of clarity. It's now our turn to help others recover from their own issues
That
also.
is very admirable how we help transform people na, there's a lot of temptations kasi around, and if we're not gonna be strong enough with the help of communities such as this, definitely mas madaling bumalik sa mas happy kuno pero empty inside. Okay, so ako naman, Pastor, I'm helping through my own way by reaching out to mga friends that inspires me. Oh, this is what you've been doing now, Lito. And then ako naman likewise, I'm helping educate our kababayan with financial literacy.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
kasi
much.
di ba in the Bible we should be good stewards because our resources won't be forever.
That's very true.
So, tulong-tulungan lang kasi tama, di ba?
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
very
not educated, hindi mo malalaman. So, God is good and just be strong. And for you, a pastor, continue what you're doing.
Thank
Be
you.
a blessing to others. And any parting words for our viewers?
Yeah, we always say this. A person who learns from his own experience is wise, but a person who learns from the experiences of another is wiser. Because you don't have to go through the same painful experiences that others have went through, just for you to learn the lessons that they have learned out of their experience.
So, again, God bless you, Pastor Ron,
Likewise,
and
likewise, and thank you
blessing
for
of,
visiting.
syempre, good health and more life. Long
Yeah.
life, yeah. Okay,
Thank
for
you.
us all.
Amen.
God bless! Ayo-ayo! Go Pinoy!
Amen.